Welcome back, friends, to the next video of Medorinum. I'm Dr. Pallavi Chaturvedi here, and I express my deepest of condolences for the demise of our master, Dr. Ashok Mohanty sir. He was a gem of a person who was passionate about homeopathy, like anything. I have seen so many homeopaths, but he was the top notch one, that who could understand remedies just by a glance of the person, by his gestures. Uh, there is so much to say about him, and so much we have learned from him. And he always wanted to spread homeopathy, he always wanted to do things for the science in the most simple way, and a very hardworking person. He was very devoted to this science, and coming from a different background. He was not a medico, he was from a different background. He was in Air Force, and coming from that background, then studying and then following the science, and then trying to reach to maximum people, trying to spread the knowledge. It's tough, and I really salute to him to make us, all of us, rise to this level today, and gifting us so many remedies and so many says and so many cases, really putting things on platter for us to just eat. So I really play my deepest of gratitudes to him, and start with this next series, because where our masters leave us, we have to take it ahead. We have to take the lead and take it ahead. It's like a relay race, where one gives you and the other has to take it ahead, then other will leave, then the other has to take it ahead. So this is how our science will keep growing higher and higher. This relay is vertical, it's not the horizontal relay, it's a vertical relay. Wherever the legends lead, it is our responsibility to go to the next level, and this is what I'm trying to do, to all of us are trying to do in our own different ways. So talking about Medorinum, in the first episode you have already heard about the concept of love for Medorinum, and now I'll take you to the next level, where there is intense passion, okay, and enthusiasm about something. It could be anything. Medorinum is a person who gets knowledge, or who cultivates his knowledge by his own self. He will put efforts in reaching to a level, because it is there in ambition increased. Medorinum is there in ardent, Medorinum is there in passionate, Medorinum is there in art ability for, Medorinum is there in bed refuses to go to bed. So he is a person who will actually put in a lot of efforts. I will tell you, industrious, desire to finish his work, whatever he takes up in hand. Like I was telling about Mohanty sir, that he was such a passionate person. So passionate is something which you are emotionally connected to. More than intellectual connection, you have emotions connected to it, and because of that, you spontaneously put in efforts in that direction to grow it, to enrich it, to spread it, to evolve it. That is passion. And what is ardent? The difference between passionate and ardent would be that ardent is a more intellectual connection with a job, and giving your best to it is ardentness. And passion comes with emotional involvement in it. So ardent will give the best in it, may not be emotionally connected with it, but passionate is because of emotions, that spontaneity is there. Okay, so ardent would be a more hardworking person and just fulfilling the task to the end. Okay, and whatever possible he can, he will just drain himself in that, exhaust himself in completing the task, in doing up to its best. capacity. So here what happens, there is ardent and art ability for. Now art ability with expressing desire to express oneself. Like I just recollected an incident that I had experienced with Rao sir, that I and Dr. Kalpana, she was one student with sir, and she was also of my age. We both completed our internships together, and it so happened that she had got married before me, and in the time span that we spent together in his clinic, so she had Ganpati celebration in her house, so she wanted to apply mehendi, and she was a very fine artist, you know. She applied mehendi on one hand, and on the other hand I applied for her. So I could apply a basic mehendi design, but she was very graceful in her form. And then, you know, sir would just give us the liberty to do whatever we want in his clinic. So it was like his clinic is our home, and how we decorate our home during celebrations, during festivals. So she also asked, sir, मैं rangoli banao, I'll make rangoli outside your clinic. So he's like, yes. And then she carved such a beautiful rangoli outside his clinic. And then he told me, ki Pallavi, you know why girls or why people have this, when a person has a very good art form, it is showing that the person has lot of creativity inside, that is for sure. But there is a desire for acknowledgement, a desire for appreciation, a desire for love, and that is why he takes up some or the other creative form and he excels in it by himself. So this was there in her, and I could see it through and through, and we are like, wow, Kalpana, you've done so well. And you know, whenever we do anything well and somebody appreciates us, our energy goes higher. So this is what happens in Meadowrhinum also. So in Meadowrhinum, expressing desire is there, art ability is there, refusing to go to bed, not coming in the comfort zone, just being that restless all the time, excited all the time. The nerves of Meadowrhinum always need that stimulation. They can stay in that stimulated phase for a long time. You know, excitement when anticipating events. So it is not that it is due to fear, but it is due to that, oh, what is going to happen now, my dance performance is coming, my this is coming, and you know, we'll plan it out, this we'll wear this. And so there is an excitement anticipating events. This is going to happen, and I am going to behave like this, and I am going to wear like this, and I am going to present like this. Excitement, desire for. There is a desire, as we know. Excitement from mental exertion. So after mental exertion, we get exhausted, you know, we need rest. But in Meadowrhinum, after mental exertion, after exerting himself and engrossing himself in the task what he's doing, he gets all the more excited. We have won. Wow, we won the match, and now we will win the other match also. We will go for a movie, we'll go for a long drive. Here, after playing throughout the day and winning the match itself was so exhausting, you want to go on a long drive, and you want to do that thrill they want, and that, you know, that excitement you will see in Meadowrhinum. Excitement while reading, excitement while writing. So again, reading is why, because while reading, you know, there is a rubric in Meadowrhinum in connection to this conversation, difficulty to carry on a conversation. Difficult to carry on a conversation. Why there is a difficult time in carrying on with the conversation? So what I am doing with you all is I am talking, but it is not two-way. Now nowadays how it is happening that we are having online lectures, okay? And if we know that the speaker is going to go live, the excitement is too much. Excitement, why it is too much? Because you are going to enter a zone where you can converse with the speaker. The speaker says something and you say something back. Speaker says something, you react. You know, you will throw some sticker, you'll put a comment, and there's a conversation where speaker knows that where he's going, and if there's a doubt or if there is some form of idea that is coming across, so that is a conversation. But in Meadow Rhinum, the excitement is so much that to carry on with the conversation, it is not his task. Who will wait to listen to what other is saying? I will gather my own knowledge. They will read up and they will keep themselves up to date. So that is how they are. Excitement reading while, excitement writing while, writing when they have to express themselves, excitement over trifles, impatience about trifles. So they can't wait. There is no paucity, there is no relaxation, there is no time where they want to just take a rest. So they want to go on and on and on and on with it. And the unique part of Meadow Rhinum is, while doing all this, they know that they are efficient, they know they have the capability, so they are there in egotism, that I have done this. They are there in boasting. Boasting is what, again, it's a form where you show it to others that I have done it. Okay, like we had gone to Pondicherry for the seminar where Mohanty sir had organized, and the best part of Pondicherry, what I found was that the people over there were very, very simple. And it is not that they can't afford things, but it is that even with having good financial capacities, they don't show off. They live a very simple life. But if you see in Mumbai, a person staying even in slum areas would come out like a hero or come out like a heroine and wearing all those clothes, where they want to show that they don't belong to a poor class, or they're not poverty stricken. They will go to malls, they will just hang out, and nobody can even come to know that they are from that class. Because here the culture is that even with little we want to show it. There must be people who don't show, but there are people who maximum. This is a culture variation of different places. So in Meadow Rhinum, this boasting is there. Even if I have little, I will show it. Okay, then I have done it. And at the same time, it is not that they are only involved in themselves. It is also there in responsibility taking too seriously. It is there in cares full of. But in Meadow Rhinum, the best part is, or something that is very striking, how do you come to know that this is not lachesis, or this is not sulfur, or this is not carcinosin? The thing is that they change in a split of a second. They will change, means their mood will change, their energy will change, their expressions will change. Like my expressions must be going on like a very same tone and same kind of expression. But Meadow Rhinum, when you talk to, you will be like watching as if you are watching some heroine, or you are watching some hero, because the variation is too much. Somewhere they are very excited, wow, I won the match, and where somebody says something injustice cannot tolerate and just jump off the wall. What do you think I am doing over here, sir? And then over here again, so this is how it is. So it comes very close to lycopodium also. It comes very close to anacardium. It comes very close to lacan, lysine, hyoscyamus, where the transition of emotions is very sudden and erratic. But in Meadow Rhinum, you will see this. I will narrate further also, that there is an upsurge of energy and involvement of their own selves in whatever they do. Delusion religious. So religious, again, something is showing you a path. Okay. Now why it is delusion religious? Because they feel that this thing is showing me a path and this is something I believe in. Others don't believe in it. That is why it becomes a delusion religious. Like a mother is telling her son that this group of friends is not good for you. They are showing you the line of drugs. You please don't go into it. But he has that firm belief in his friends that whatever they give me, it is not going to harm me. They are my friends. They will protect me. They will be there for me. and I will do whatever they say, and whatever channel they show me, I will go on that path. So the mother is saying something, but he's not paying heed to it because he is in delusion religious that I have to follow them. So somebody gets overpowered with a phenomena or by a person's personality, and they just follow that, and irrespective of what others are saying, and that involvement is there. Even though the sensitivity to feel responsible, careful of, but when they are over here, responsibility aversion to and carefree, then they are in that other zone completely. In libertinism is what Gupta sir has explained very beautifully. Libertinism for us, that where a person is sexually involved with different partners, they don't want that binding of just being committed to one partner. So they want that liberty. So again, if you apply it at different levels, it may not be just a sexual involvement, but an involvement where you are completely involved with something, and you give a lot of energy, but then you don't stick to that thing only. You go to another place, like a person belonging to different organizations and giving his best at every place, and not letting the other person know that I'm doing it, again goes into adultery. So they know that, if I'm talking about this organization, and if I'm going there and talking about that organization, they feel bad about it or guilty about it later on. But that is when that awareness comes up. That awareness keeps fluctuating in Medorinum. That awareness of anger, that awareness of love and anger and sensitivity and insensitivity, the cruel forms. We will see the negative side also, but I am telling you how these two shades, like in all the remedies till now we have done, we have seen ailments from, we have seen a positive side, we have seen a negative side, but in Medorinum it is not like that. It comes as a journey. In Medorinum, both positive and negative will be seen together, alternating, and this alternation, when happens in a person when he's talking to you, you should think of Medorinum, because sometime he will take you to lachesis, sometime he will take you to anacardium, sometime he will take you to carcinosin, and you will be like, he's such a sweet person. Then you will be like, oh, he's a cruel person, oh, he's such an impulsive person, he talks rudely to his own partner, and then you will feel, oh no, he's very caring to the partner also. So when this fluctuation you see, you think of Medorinum, and we will continue this journey further in the next video. So do like it, comment that how useful you found this video. I will narrate cases also, but whatever explanations I'm giving are based on those cases. And do subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.